Hey everyone, Schmuckles, don't mind my hair, I just got out of the shower. Today we're going to talk about the new rumors for what's coming next in Dead by Daylight. There are rumors that Hannibal Lecter is going to be joining Dead by Daylight as a licensed killer paragraph in the near future next year. On September 10th of this year, in the rumors tab of the DBD Leaks Discord, Birdbeak posted this. The current rumors in place are 2024 December, Twisted by Nature, pictured above, and this is the original bounty hunter killer with a dog. 2025 March, Grudge or Predator. 2025 April is OG. This April is OG is actually referring to the original Survivor paragraph that's coming in a mid-chapter before the anniversary. 2025 anniversary is FNAF. 2025 August is Hannibal. 2025 October is Fatal Frame. 2025 December is OG, along with a Perfect Blue Skin collaboration for Yunjin and Trickster. Take with a grain of salt. That is something really important that I want to clarify here. These rumors should be taken with a grain of salt. This is not a confirmed leak at this point. Right now, it is just a rumor. This was posted in the rumors tab of the DBD Leaks Discord by Discord moderator Birdbeak. This is one of the moderators over in the DBD Leaks Discord. If we compare these rumors to the rumors that we saw from Ruthless Leaks before, they actually perfectly check out one for one. You can see right here for 2025 in September/August, Ruthless actually thought it was going to be a licensed killer. That was the rumor that Ruthless had received. And right now, Birdbeak is saying that the licensed killer is most likely Hannibal Lecter. December 2025 being an original chapter checks out. October 2025 being a licensed survivor from Fatal Frame also checks out. So at the very least, the rumors from two different sources here that we're seeing from Ruthless Leaks and Birdbeak are checking out. It means one of two things. The same source is in communication with other people from DBD Leaks as well as Ruthless Leaks, or there's multiple sources out there and their stories are checking out. Someone told me in my Discord about the Hannibal Lecter rumors, and I asked where's this from, and Ruthless said DBD Leaks rumor channel. I looked online and there's actually different versions of Hannibal Lecter out there, and there's some cool DBD fan-made concepts for Hannibal Lecter to join Dead by Daylight. A little background on the Hannibal Lecter franchise. American author Thomas Harris wrote Red Dragon in 1981. It's a psychological horror novel, and the story follows former FBI profiler Will Graham, who comes out of retirement to find and apprehend the serial killer named the Tooth Fairy. The novel introduces the character Dr. Hannibal Lecter, a brilliant psychiatrist and cannibalistic serial killer whom Graham reluctantly turns to for advice. The book was so successful for Thomas Harris and even got some movie adaptations, he continued to write sequels to this novel series. He wrote The Silence of the Lambs in 1988, Hannibal in 1999, and Hannibal Rising in 2006. And there were 5 adaptations of these books brought to the big screen. Manhunter in 1986, which was produced by the Delarentis Company. The Silence of the Lambs from 1991, which was produced by Orion Pictures. This is actually the biggest movie in the franchise. The Silence of the Lambs movie was released on February 14th, 1991. It grossed $272.7 million worldwide and only had a $19 million budget. It won Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, Best Actress, and Best Adapted Screenplay. It was the first and only horror picture to date to ever win Best Picture. Hannibal was released in 2001. It was produced by MGM, Universal Pictures, and the Delarentis Company. Red Dragon released in 2002 and produced by Universal Pictures. Hannibal Rising released in 2007 and produced by the Delarentis Company. The Hannibal TV show, which aired from 2013 to 2015, produced by Brian Fuller, and Clarice aired in 2021. All of the movie adaptations had Anthony Hopkins portraying Hannibal Lecter, and the TV series had Mads Mikkelsen portray Hannibal Lecter. Based on the different production companies that have worked with this IP, there are different license holders for different versions of Hannibal out there. So in order to bring Hannibal Lecter into Dead by Daylight, they'd have to get some version of Hannibal licensed through one of the license holders. And if they wanted the likeness of Anthony Hopkins or Mads Mikkelsen, they'd have to contact those actors independently to get the character likeness rights too. So I wanted to know exactly which entities own the Hannibal Lecter licensing rights. And on February 7th of 2023, I saw this article was written, Hannibal's Weird Rights Problem Hurt Both TV Shows. The legal rights issues surrounding Thomas Harris's Hannibal Lecter series hurt both of its TV adaptations, Hannibal and Clarice. The rights to various characters in the Hannibal Lecter novels created by Thomas Harris are bizarrely divided between several different companies and people. The characters who originated in the novel, The Silence of the Lambs, such as Clarice Starling, are owned by MGM. Based on what we saw, Orion Pictures actually was the movie company that produced the movie The Silence of the Lambs. Orion Studios is an MGM company. And actually recall the most up-to-date information that we have with MGM on March 17, 2022, Amazon completed an $8.5 billion acquisition of MGM. So Orion Pictures produced The Silence of the Lambs. That's a subsidiary of MGM, which was bought out by Amazon. So actually, Amazon owns the movie version of The Silence of the Lambs Hannibal Lecter. And I'd say that's the most famous version, that and the TV show version. According to Hannibal creator Brian Fuller, speaking in an interview with Collider, the Delarentis Company owns the rights to Hannibal Lecter himself, with Gaumont International Television owns the rights to the rest of the characters characters included in the Hannibal TV show. Additionally, Thomas Harris owns the rights to any character that originated in either Hannibal or Hannibal Rising. And this is exactly what Bryan Fuller said in that interview.
Who actually owns the rights to Hannibal right now in terms of, if you guys magically could get money together to do more, who needs to say yes? Who needs to sign off?
Martha Delarentis controls the rights for the Hannibal character, and Gaumont, who produced the Hannibal television series that we worked on, has the rights to those characters and those situations. So if we want to continue telling the tales that we were telling, Gaumont needs to be involved and Martha Delarentis needs to be involved. And then, of course, we need a network to want to platform us.
A couple notable things about the licensing situation with Hannibal. There was an attempted Hannibal game that was actually canceled. Hannibal was a video game in development for PC by Arxel Tribe in 2021 to 2023, possibly 2024. And if we actually take a look at the trailer for this video game, Arxel Tribe was the game devs behind the game, and Universal Pictures logo was actually shown on the screen too. So it seems like Universal Studios at this time period owns some sort of video game licensing rights to a version of the Hannibal Lecter character. This kind of goes against what Bryan Fuller said, so there's kind of mixed information out there for me. This video game was supposed to be a video game adaptation for the movie Hannibal, which was produced by Universal Pictures, and we can actually see the copyright for Universal Studios at the end of the trailer. Like I said, this game ended up getting canceled, so for whatever reason, movie producer Bryan Fuller said the Delarentis Company actually owns the licensing rights to the character Hannibal Lecter. This company was founded by Martha Delarentis. She was the owner and president of the company. We saw that Bryan Fuller actually said her name in that interview. That interview was actually 4 years ago, and Martha Delarentis actually passed away December 4th of 2021. On December 4th, 2021, she died at the age of 67 from cancer. Probably the Delarentis Company still owns the rights to Hannibal. So I was like, who's the new president? Who owns the company now? So I went onto their company website. Dino and Martha Delarentis were the founders of the company in 1992. Dino passed away in 2010, and Martha passed away in 2021. It says the current producers are Dinah Delarentis and Ed Wack. So it seems like their daughter Dinah actually inherited the company. And I actually checked her Instagram profile, and it says that she is the president of the Delarentis Company. In this new article about the Delarentis Company, it says following the passing of producer Martha Delarentis in 2021, the company is now run by Martha and Dino's daughter Dinah, with producer Ed Wack serving as the president of production. So Behavior likely would have had to have reached out to Dinah to get Hannibal Lecter into Dead by Daylight. And I found another database website that talks about the Delarentis Company. It still has Martha listed as the president of the company. So this is actually something that's sort of out of date or has not been updated yet. And we can see that Ed Wack is still the president of production. So Ed Wack seems like someone who's been there for a very long time, and now Dinah actually is the president of the company. I even checked his LinkedIn. He's also listed as the president of production there. So we've seen 3 different versions of Hannibal Lecter out there. Amazon owns the Silence of the Lambs version of Hannibal Lecter. Thomas Harris owns the book adaptation version of Hannibal, as well as a couple of the movie versions. And the Delarentis Company owns a version of Hannibal Lecter as well. So if Hannibal Lecter actually is joining Dead by Daylight, which version of Hannibal Lecter would Behavior have gotten? If Universal somehow in some way, shape, or form owns a version of Hannibal, I would have guessed that it would have been through them, because we actually worked with them on the Chucky DLC. But who knows, maybe there's new license holders that we're going to be working with for the collaboration if the rumors are true. Also, just want to say, while I was doing my research, I found on the website CJ Trader this model version of Hannibal, which actually has the likeness of Anthony Hopkins. So this model exists, so if there's any fake leaks or rumors in this model surfaces, we just know that this exists and this is not the Dead by Daylight version of Hannibal Lecter. And I kind of want to go back to the DBD Leaks rumor channel. The way that this is presented in the rumors tab actually tells me 2 things. One, since this is in the rumors tab, this tells me that they have a source or sources telling them that this is pretty much the roadmap. So there's uncertainty in how true the whole thing is. And 2, the fact that there's actually a question mark next to Hannibal probably means they weren't told directly that it is Hannibal. Maybe they were given some sort of hint, or they weren't told directly that it is Hannibal for August 2025. Now, I'm not sure exactly what was said, but if their source is credible and they were told something indirectly that led them to believe Hannibal, there are other similar human classic slasher-like killers that could have been mistaken for Hannibal. Like I said, I'm not sure exactly what they were told, but along with Hannibal Lecter, I'd say that Patrick Bateman and Norman Bates sort of fit this slasher classic human killer. So I think that's actually worth mentioning here too. We had Ruthless saying that it's going to be a licensed killer, and then DBD Leaks was saying that it's possibly Hannibal for the August 2025 licensed killer paragraph. And again, those are all just rumors, but if it's true that it is a licensed paragraph, we have licensing news for a couple of different IPs that could be. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone are getting skins from Terrifier, Halloween, and more very soon. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 3 adding Halloween Terrifier skins soon. Michael Myers from the Halloween movies will finally return to Call of Duty this year, and we'll see other newer horror icons like Art the Clown from Terrifier movies being added to the games for the first time. These characters will be a part of Call of Duty's The Haunting event, which returns this year around Halloween, but an exact start date hasn't been announced. So it's pretty interesting to see that Art the Clown is being licensed into a third-party game, a game as big as Call of Duty. You can actually see Art the Clown in the trailer for The Haunting event in Call of Duty, and it just makes me wonder if someday Art the Clown could join Dead by Daylight, maybe as a licensed killer paragraph, and actually a slot like that makes a lot of sense. So Art the Clown's definitely got to be in the race for the next licensed killer paragraph for me. But we did have Gorgero sort of pretend to leak Art the Clown coming into Dead by Daylight in this Twitter post right here, and then the community manager Eric Pope responded to this and said, "Why are you the way that you are?" And I don't feel like Eric Pope would be comfortable responding to this if Art the Clown was actually coming into Dead by Daylight. So take all that licensing information how you will. What do you think about all this? Let me know in the comment section below. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel if you want to see more content like this. That does it for this video. Goodbye.